Free agent outfielder Teoscar Hernandez is re-signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. This per Teoscar Hernandez's Instagram and multiple reports. Hernandez will get a 3-year deal worth $66 million, with about $23 million of that deferred, a common theme with the Dodgers over the last few off seasons. Hernandez made his second career All-Star game last season with Los Angeles, finishing his campaign with 33 home runs and 99 RBI, and helping the Dodgers win the World Series. For more, we welcome in CBS Sports MLB writer Matt Snyder. And Matt, Hernandez settled on a 1-year deal with the Dodgers last offseason to reestablish his value. Now he gets a big 3-year deal back with LA. What makes this such a good fit?
Oh, it's a very mutually beneficial deal, much like the deal was last year. He really came into his own, had a career year there on his 1-year deal where he bet on himself and he won. Now he gets the 3 years and $66 million. Great cleanup man for that Dodgers lineup. You know, they've got the 3 MVPs at the top, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. To have somebody like Teoscar Hernandez, who's a big power bat behind them, who can, as I said, the old school term is for the fourth hitter is the cleanup man. He really does get to clean up a lot. And he had a big postseason. He had several big hits in the postseason. It was just, like I said, very mutually beneficial year for Teoscar Hernandez to come in, reestablish his value, help the Dodgers to win the World Series. Now he comes back on this deal, slots right back into that cleanup spot. Very cozy behind Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman right there before they get to the second half of the order there with Muncy, Smith, and Edman there. Just a great fit in that lineup, and the Dodgers don't have to go longer than 3 years here. So, like I said, so it's such a good deal for both sides there.
Right, and the Dodgers coming off a World Series, and already this offseason, Dodgers have added former Cy Young winner Blake Snell. They've signed Michael Conforto. They brought back reliever Blake Treinen, and now Hernandez. What could be next for Los Angeles?
I don't think they're going to have to do much. I mean, if you look at them right now, I'm the one who does power rankings for the site, and I was just trying to think if anybody else had a chance to be #1 heading into the season. It's hard for me to come up with a scenario where another team would do, let's say, 3 or 4 more things before the season, and they would jump over the Dodgers. I'm pretty certain that the Dodgers are going to be #1 heading into the season. They're the best team in baseball. They do have some question marks because everybody does. You worry about, can the rotation stay healthy? But it didn't last year, and they won the World Series anyway, and they had the best record in baseball in the regular season. They are deeper in the rotation this year because not only did they add Blake Snell, but they're getting Shohei Ohtani coming off Tommy John surgery. They're getting Dustin May back. They're getting Tony Gonsolin back, in addition to Tyler Glasnow, who was hurt for the playoffs, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Stacked rotation. Maybe they go out and they continue to add. Maybe Roki Sasaki comes over. The Dodgers are one of the teams rumored to be favorites for him. The bullpen looks really good. The lineup is deep. They've got depth. I mean, there's nothing that they don't have right now. And by no means is this a super team who's going to make a mockery of the rest of the league and they're going to set a wins record. They're not that great, but they're definitely the best team in baseball, and there's not really much question about that.
Yeah, and they've done quite a bit to improve themselves as well, but there's still plenty of star power available in the free agency. So when you look at that, which teams do you expect to be most active as we approach the new year, and who might they be targeting?
The Yankees still need to do some stuff. They still have a hole at second base. Maybe it's at third base and they move Jazz Chisholm over to second base. I think the Mets still need to do some more, whether it's a third baseman or a first baseman. We've talked about Bregman there. We've talked about Pete Alonso there as possibilities, maybe a little more pitching depth there. The Orioles, I don't know what they're waiting on in the rotation. They've got such a good young core of position players that even goes down to the minors. They are absolutely loaded in prospects among position players and in major league talent among position players. If you don't want to sign Corbin Burns, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to, but if you don't, they can still trade from that strength and go out and get some pitching there. I don't know what they're waiting on. They've got to fortify that rotation. And sorry if that was a little bit of a rant there, but it is very aggravating to me to watch what they have in position player talent and how they do not supplement that with good rotation talent. It's very frustrating.
Hey, the passion is what makes you great at what you do. Matt Snyder breaking it all down. Thanks so much for the insight. Now taking a look at the top free agents still available. Corbin Burns on the top pitcher on the market, along with Roki Sasaki, who's expected to come to the bigs from Japan. Alex Bregman, Pete Alonso, we heard Matt Snyder talking about those two as well. They headline the hitters still out there in free agency.